sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway in Foxborough. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And they take him down. Losing yardage back at the 27.
It's a loss of the yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Now Jones. He's got a man complete. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And that's a run characteristic of Damian Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing, Jones. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. You don't see me,
Jones on 3rd down. That's to Aguilar. Touchdown, Patriots. Nelson Aguilar there to make the grab. And the Patriots are on the board here first in the season opener. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A nice substantial run there by Gaskin, who was the Dolphins' leading rusher in 2020. 584 total yards in just 7 starts and got stronger as the season went on. Not bad for a 7th-round pick in 2019. He was drafted number 234 overall that season.
Here's Gaskin. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. There's the first NFL catch for the first-rounder, Jalen Waddle. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. 1st down, Miami. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Tua on 4th down. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. He'll get that out wide to Waddle. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. This is Gaskin on the carry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Myles Gaskin, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Well, another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from it?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Coming up on 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jones. He's got it complete to Aguilar. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Out right to Bourne. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw again. This is White on the screen. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. They run for it with Harris. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Olszewski now to return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Patriots take over. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Jones now on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid. The reason that they draft.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. First down, here's White. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some room to roam now. There he goes, left side.
That's right, baby. It's all over.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. From the 31, Tua. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
On second down now, it's Harris, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground, but every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off Byron Jones, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Sanders on for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
2nd and 20. Back to throw. Jones. He completes it right side to White. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Christian Wilkins in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
54 yards on the ground for him so far. Gaskin again on 2nd down. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run now with Gaskin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with second and goal coming up. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle. Signal and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Gaskin again. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Myles Gaskin, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that, touchdown! That's caught. Devontae Parker from 19 yards away. And the Dolphins are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Jones throwing after the interception. It's caught. This is White. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete into the hands of Myers. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A gain of 8 and a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw there complete to Myers.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll look to throw again. He completes it to Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Jones on 3rd and 2. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Now, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Tua giving to Gaskin on the option. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for New England, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.